morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing today? What's up, what's up, what's up? What is happening, people? How's everybody doing this morning? Good morning, people, as always. Welcome to this morning's talk. I want you to fight for it this morning, people. Are you ready to fight? Are you ready to fight, as always? As you check in, let me know where you're checking in from, what time of day it is, where you are. It is now 6:43 in the morning here, East Coast of the United States, guys. Let's get into the day. Good morning, good morning, good morning, people. Make sure if you're at home and you're checking in from your browser that you update. Make sure you're watching live so that we can be in the community and in the conversation at the same time. Good morning, welcome in, and what's up? It's good to have you in here this morning. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend, had opportunity to spend some time with the family, to relax, get into some good times. I'm a week removed from appendix surgery. Some of the bandages are still healing. I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity to be able to heal, build, and become stronger. And I hope you're ready this morning to fight for it. As always, people, we're going to proceed with positivity, respect, and love. Everything we do here is designed to get us onto the same page, for us to talk about, realize, and renew our commitment to ourselves. Understanding that discipline is the key. Let me know if there are any issues with the sound, guys. I am going through the process of updating some of the equipment. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for inviting me into the room. Fight for it is a major thing that we need to do, people. You need to understand that when it comes to something that you say you want, it comes to something you say you want to see, you have to be ready to fight for it. And if you are ready to fight for it, we're going to talk about fighting for it now. Because you got to remember, nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to do more for you than you do for yourself. And if you're not willing to do anything for yourself, then you need to lower your expectations of someone else doing something for you. If you're not prepared to put in the effort and do the work for you, then you need to reduce the expectations for others to do it for you. Thank you for being in. It is kind of lonely in here, but at least we're in here. Welcome in. Who is that? Ray. Welcome in, Ray. 143, Charlie Ray. Appreciate you being here, being part of the walk. Well, normally it's a walk and talk, like I said, a little removed from surgery. Guys, so actually in the office. Thank you guys again for being here. Go ahead and make sure you drop in where you're checking in from, what time of day it is where you are. Good morning, welcome in. Diamond, welcome in. We're not in Pennsylvania. We're in Maryland, close to Pennsylvania. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the question. This was a very interesting, what? Very interesting question. A very interesting 2 minutes. Thank you for being here. We're going to fight for it this morning, people. What does it mean to fight for it? What does it mean to fight for it? Do we have any view of what it means to fight for it? Do we have any opinions about what does it mean to fight for it? Just in general for you, what does it mean to fight for it? Man is literally school or what? Are you asking if this is a school? Or are you saying that man themselves are a school? I need a little bit more information on that. I'm talking about fighting for it. So, just as a term, like what's the first thing if someone says to you, let's fight for it? Are you looking to is it something that you need to take from someone else? Is it something that you need to do you need to fight someone else in order to get it? Is it something that you need to do physically? Is it a mental thing? Like, what does it mean? Like, if you hear the term fight for it, you need to fight for it. What are we talking about? Are we talking about a job? Are we talking about a relationship? Are we talking about a physical confrontation? Excuse me, are we talking about emotion? What are we talking about when we say you need to fight for it? Because most of us are sitting out here running around looking at other people argue and debate and engage as negatively as possible, and we're just spectators. It's like fighting in general. When you go to a fight, there are way more fighters. I mean, there are way more spectators than there are fighters at any fight you go to, even if there are fighters in the audience. And this is kind of indicative of how a lot of people live their life. A lot of people walk around and they're spectating life. They're watching other people fight for things, fight for jobs, fight for promotions, fight for growth, fight for development. Like there's a fight. Looks like Lon 9527 said our own discomfort. I believe that's true. I believe that's one of the things we're fighting is our own discomfort. We have to create our own discomfort because the more comfortable we become, the less likely we are to fight. The less likely we are when we accept the circumstances and we accept our conditions, there's a reduced likelihood that we're going to fight, that we're going to stand up, we're going to resist anything, even ourselves. 9527, it means you need to fight through the uncomfortable. Yes, fight our discomfort. Let me see. Laurie, and I like to start a business, but I'm too young. What should I do? You have to overcome the thought that you're too young. The intent to want to start a business is driven by something. So first you have to always get to the core of what it is you're actually trying to do. A lot of people talk about starting a business, and it's really not a business that you want to start. There's something more personal to you. I believe, and this is why most businesses fail, is because you don't understand. For many people, they don't understand what it is that they're trying to commit to, what it is that they're actually trying to accomplish. And so if you don't understand what you're trying to commit to or what it is you're trying to accomplish, then you don't have a realization of what level of work you're prepared to do. That's what fight for it means. It's like when someone says, well, how bad do you want it? That's the truth. Like, how bad do you want it? Are you prepared to put up the fight in order to get it? Are you prepared to do the work in order to get it? And so I know what the world of business is because my dad is stupid rich. Okay, so then get involved in the world of business. I don't know. I feel like ridiculousness is ridiculousness. Complacency can follow comfort. Sometimes turns into stagnancy. It does. 9527. Like you have to, without question, the more comfortable a person becomes, the higher the likelihood that that person is going to get things done. Hey everybody, say good morning to my wife. Life is good. That's my wife. Good morning, sweetheart. How are you doing? Thank you for your support. So what we have to do is we have to make sure that we understand what it means to be, um, what it means to us to fight for it. And I can't even say your name, Clary, or whatever it is. Please stop lying in my chat. Please stop. Like there's no, like I'm not really big on kicking people. Like it's not my thing. Like you're not going to become the focus of my live this morning. All right, and I'll call you out. I'm not one of these people to quietly, go over and block you. I'm gonna call you out and put you on blast. But yes, we're gonna focus on. Good morning, Ma. That's my mom, everybody. Jane Watkins. Sick of my wife and my mom here supporting me. Look at me, blowing up. Show the swag. Make sure my life is good. That's my wife. We have a page called um, uh, Baby Birds. Make sure you go check out the Baby Bird channel. That's about our life. Support there. It's a great channel to see how we carry on our daily life from fixing pancakes with the babies to going out and doing events together, guys. So to support, it'd be great if you could support there as well at Baby Birds. And then my mom, you could just say hi. Say good morning to my mom. It's just Ma, M-A exclamation point. Good morning, Ma. Ma. Me and my three brothers notorious for when my mother would go out shopping, we would get separated from her. So she'd just be walking around in the grocery store, and she'd just hear "Ma, Ma, Ma," and she's like, "Yeah, that's one of my boys." At some point, it's like an alarm. It's like it was almost like a bark. It was just like "Ma." So thank you again for being here, everyone. Thank you for my beautiful wife and my mother for being here this morning as well. I really appreciate it. Again, people, today's topic is what does it mean to fight for it? Are you going to fight for it, people? Are you prepared to do what's necessary in order to achieve the goals that you say are important to you? Right? Because it is very easy and commonplace for us to talk about things and to desire things and to not put in the necessary effort required to achieve or acquire those things. So we have to be prepared to fight for it. And if we're not prepared to fight for it, it's going to create this. For most of us, we turn on ourselves. We have a tendency to turn in on ourselves in regards to this fight. We have this tendency to to create excuses for not fighting. As I said earlier, if you go to a combative event, most of the people there are not fighters. You'll have fighters who are scheduled to fight. You'll have fighters who are getting into the ring. You'll have fighters who are there just to support other fighters. But you have to understand, when it comes to fighting, most people are not fighters. So in your life, are you a fighter in your life, or are you a spectator? Maybe you're a commentator. Maybe in your own life, you're sitting there and you're commentating on what's going on versus being in the fight. And so it doesn't matter what it is. You have to be prepared to fight for it. And if we continue to believe that the job is the responsibility of someone else to fight for us, then we're gonna find ourselves constantly behind. There's um there's this recent clip that I saw, uh, a UFC fighter who was losing a fight, and he started looking around at everybody else. He was looking at his corner. He was he was looking at the ref. He was looking at the announcers. He's like, man, what's going on? He was like, fight. Like, what are you doing? You can't keep looking outside of yourself when you're in a fight. You have to understand, when you're in a fight and you're engaged in combative sports, when you're living your life, there's a requirement for you to be involved and invested in your own fight. Do you have that fight in you? Do you have the the willingness? Are you prepared to invest in fighting for your own success and fighting for your own outcome? Are you tired of passing off what it is that is important to you to someone else to be all able to support your end goal or what it is you're trying to achieve? Are you prepared to start taking those steps? And it's required for you to take those steps. And today is the best time to do it. Right now is the best time to get started. I'll share with you guys that it takes discipline. And discipline does not start with consistency. It does not start with consistency. It does not start with consistency. Discipline does not start with consistency. Guys, consistency is a major part of discipline. It does not start with consistency. And just in case y'all missed it when I said it earlier, discipline does not start with consistency. This is the reason so many people fail to ever develop discipline. It's because they think it starts with consistency, and it does not. I want you to take a moment, people, and understand that discipline does not start with consistency. Again, thank you for being here. Go ahead, do me a favor. Make sure that you drop into the chat when you check in. Let me know where you're checking in from, what time of day it is, where you are, what you're doing today, if you have any plans. And if not, what are your other plans? Good morning. Thanks for stopping in. Remember, when you check in, let me know where you're checking in from, what time of day it is, where you are. It is now 7:02 in the morning. It's a Monday morning. It was a great weekend. Thank you all for being here this morning. If you haven't done so yet, please take an opportunity to, as they say, smash the like button. Smash. That might be my new thing. Smash the like button. uh, it's way too theatrical for just the like button. I hope everyone had a great weekend. Remember, this channel is to focus on positivity, growth, and development. It's not only what we talk about, but it's what we do. We want to positively impact the lives of those around us. We want to focus on growth and development and knowing where we're going. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good morning, Grandma Joyce. How are you doing? Got the whole family in here this morning. Thank you for being here. And so I want to get logged into some things real quick, people. Uh, Make sure we're taking a look at some things. So when we talk about fight for it, people, we have to understand that fight for it is a daily renewal and commitment to achieving our goals. When we have a daily renewal and commitment to achieving our goals, we also must have a goal. We must have an understanding. Excuse me. We must have an understanding of what it is we're trying to achieve, what it is we're working for, where we're headed to. If we don't have this plan, if we haven't created this map, this expectation, this drive to do something, then when it doesn't get done, it feels easier. I know that the conversation about doing something is a lot easier than the doing of doing something. For myself, for my family, the growth of the channel and the growth of what we're doing in terms of building this platform in order to be able to share out this information requires for us to take certain steps, and our willingness and our ability to take those steps, it is incumbent of us to understand that we must do it on a daily basis, and we must get up and do the things we say we're going to do. And that's why discipline is so important, because we have a vision of where we're going, and we're not going to get there if we don't do the things that are right in front of us to do, if we don't do the things that we've already declared that we would do. We must understand that our commitment to our own growth, to our own progress, is in our hands. It's not in the hands of others. And we must own it. As I said, I've been noticing recently that quite a few people on live have been having issues with the audio processing appropriately, especially when they're using external microphones. I don't know if it's software based. I don't know if it's the phone or the mic or whatever it is, but I do monitor so that I can occasionally reset the audio so that my voice is synced with what you're actually seeing. But good morning again. Welcome in. Today is Monday, July 20th. It is now 7:09 a.m. Make sure when you check in, let me know where you're checking in from, what time of day it is where you are. This morning we're talking about fight for it. What does it mean to fight for it? Are you willing to fight for it? Who are we fighting for? Who are we fighting with? It's my belief that the greatest fight that you'll ever have, the one that you must win, is against the person you could become if you quit, right? So there is a version of you where you find out, you identify, you know what it is you're trying to achieve, and you're going to go for it. And then there's a version of you that has all of the same information, but is not willing to get up to do the work. Who wants to not do the work. The biggest thing to understand is there's no way to get where you're going except for you to get up and go. And oftentimes, even when we want things, the need to do, the behaviors required to do will be challenging. There will be times when you don't feel like doing it. But your ability to do it, your willingness to do it, your understanding of why you're doing it is what has to drive you. So it's not just a matter of saying, "Hey, like you hear a lot," and I heard for years, like if you want it, you don't want it bad enough. No, it's not about wanting it. I think the level of want never changes. It's about telling yourself, and it's about holding yourself accountable for doing what's necessary to have it. You can want it, right? And it's not about wanting it more. It's about willingness. Are you willing, right? And I believe when we start to put this, oh, well, it's not that important to me, when we start talking about wanting something, we try to put it on levels. Like we could put wants on levels, but we don't want to apply the same thing to the need. So it's never about how much you want it. You say you want it, then you have to do what's necessary in order to get it. And then we're like, oh, well, if you wanted it more, you would do more. No, if you were disciplined, you would do more. I think there are so many things that we want that some of them are just passing, like interests. So in that regards, yes, there is a level of want. But when we commit and we say, and this is why they say write it down, like speak it out loud, write it down, and then check up on it. Share it with someone. Because once you've done that, you're able to say, okay, well, I wanted it enough to say it out loud. I wanted it enough to take a physical action of writing it down. This is why they say, hey, write it down. Because what you start to do when you say you want something and then you start to materialize that, not only in your thoughts, but in your behaviors, writing it down is that first physical behavior, of moving towards it. When you say you want something, like you can think about it, you could talk to somebody about it, you can dream about it, you can game plan it, but when you write it down and you say, okay, well, I want this, I want to be a millionaire in a year. Okay, so you've written that down. All right, so now how do we get there? You need to start writing down more things. You need to start developing a plan to get there. You need to start talking about behaviors and actions that are going to help you to achieve this goal. I want to lose 50 pounds over the next year. You need to start writing things down. So that's the first thing about getting started. So you have to write things down, and then you have to actually get started in the behaviors of achieving this thing you say you want. And then we start to see growth. That's when we start to see whether or not we are growing in the way in which we should be. And that's going to be very important, guys, because when you're looking at moving in your life, you have to actually start taking action. You have to do something. You must. It is a must. And so we're not talking about levels anymore. We're talking about that thing that we actually say we want. We actually want it. We've said it. We've written it down. Now we have to start taking actions. Now you can hold yourself accountable for this thing that you said you wanted. Or not. Or you could just decide to float and drift and meander through life at whatever pace is available and do whatever is possible in whatever way it's given. But I want you to tell me, for you, what does it mean for you when you see the term fight for it? What does it mean when you see fight for it? There's a world full of people who are willing to change or who want to change their situation, their circumstances, their condition, but are not willing to fight for that, are not willing, they want to see it change, they don't want to make it change. I want to see things differently, right? But are you willing to do things differently? I try to make things as simple as possible so to support the specifics and the objectives of what we're looking to accomplish. And that includes the simple things like if you want to see something differently, you're going to have to behave differently. You're going to have to choose a different way to approach it. Are you prepared to do that? Are you prepared to see different? Are you prepared to be different? To live different? Or do you just like talking about being different? Do you just like the what did you do? What do they call it? The auspices or the appearances of doing differently? Or are you actually a believer in what you're saying and what you're doing and your willingness to be different, to do different, to change your situation? I would like to hear from you guys. Let's fight for it this morning, people. Let's fight for it, not only in our words, but let's fight for it in our behaviors. Let's fight for it in our commitment to our goals. Let's fight for it because it means enough to do so. There is a fight constantly, a battle being waged between comfort and completion. And being comfortable is one of the most difficult things to overcome because comfort feels good. Because comfort is what we believe we seek. It is the thing that when we start working that says, when I get here, I can be comfortable. I'll be happy. I'll be where I need to be. And then there's the process of actually getting there. There's the work to do to actually reach that point. And then when we feel like we've made it and we get comfortable, we stop. And I'm not telling you don't be comfortable. I'm just letting you know that once you do become comfortable, you're going to definitely see progress. You're going to see progress and growth, slow or stop. I have this view that is safer. You're always safer moving than you are sitting still. Because in order for you to actually make adjustments, you need to be moving. If you look at the laws of science, an object in motion stays in motion until it's acted on by equal or opposite force. If you are sitting still, you cannot change direction. You can look somewhere else, but you're not going to go anywhere else. You can see somewhere else, but you're not going to go anywhere else. If you are in a car and the circumstances and conditions of the road are challenged in any way by anything, the objective is to steer. You never want to lock up and just grab. You need to be steering, and you have to know which way to steer to get what type of motion in your vehicle. The whole creation of anti-lock brakes is that if your brakes lock up, it doesn't matter which way you turn your wheels, the inertia and the forward moving force will continue to move you forward. And that if you want to see differently, if you want to move somewhere, you need to have your wheels still moving and pulling you forward. And so you are safest in a car that is moving. You are far safer in a car that's moving than you are in a car that's sitting still. Because when you are in a car that's moving, you have the ability to impact the direction of which way you'll go next. You don't have that ability in a car that's sitting still. And for many people in their life, they've gotten comfortable and they're sitting still. Excuse me. And for so many of you, it's fine. It's fine. But if you are sick of sitting still and you're trying to get somewhere, the safest place to be is in motion. If you're afraid that the economy is going to collapse, or that the market is going to change, or that you are going to have financial difficulty, the best way to impact it is to be involved. Like hoarding money, putting it, like the whole reason the system of currency exchange and currency was created was to build, invest, and own. And the biggest way to make sure you're not being dominated by it is to be involved in it. Best thing that you can do in a fight is fight. I don't believe in bullying. I'm not a bully. But the best thing that you can do in a fight is fight. Matter of fact, whether you fight or not, you're still going to be in the fight. Standing there and getting punched in the face is just you losing the fight. And you're sitting here in your own life in the middle of a fight, refusing to engage, refusing to be involved, and then surprised when the results are what they are. That the outcome is what it is. You are not fighting. You're not standing up. You're not committing to anything for you. You must fight. You must be willing to fight. You must be prepared to fight. You must have within you the interest and the drive to see yourself succeed. And then be willing to do the work in order to do so. It is now 7:25 in the morning, people. Thank you very much for taking the time to join me this morning. Again, I would like for you to, if you haven't done so yet, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and you can subscribe to the channel. You can be a part of this movement that we are in. And you can help bring this to even more people. All contributions go towards the development and the growth of the channel. I want to continue to do so. I do want to let you guys know out there, we do need to replace some equipment. This is the walk and talk camera that we have. It no longer cuts on. It doesn't respond. It won't do what it's supposed to do. You can see you're supposed to get a ding. We're looking to replace this gimbal device. The replacement cost on this gimbal device is $250 retail, guys. Any contributions that you make will go directly towards replacing this. You can make those directly to the channel, or you can make those directly to the links in the bio. We do want to get back out on our walk and talks, but it will require for us to get that replaced. You can also, if you like, visit the page, and we have a link in place to simply order it and have it shipped to our P.O. box. But we're definitely looking to upgrade the gimbal. That particular one is no longer performing as we would like for it to. So if you guys can contribute and help us towards that, we'd really appreciate it. Thank you again for being here this morning. Remember, guys, for whatever it is you want to do, be prepared to fight for it. Do not be afraid to do the work necessary to get the work done. And it'll help you to reach your goals. Remember, use discipline, repetition, patience, consistency, and perseverance. And as you use those 4 pillars to build on, as you move towards success, as you move towards mastery, you will see success along the way. As always, guys, thanks for stopping in. Until next time, keep showing up, keep growing up, keep blowing up. God bless, guys.